wanted to spin. First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone. As he said, I'm Conor, I'm Brian's brother. The best man, as he designated me, although I'm the best man, I'm not sure why I married him. That's in the past now, so I'd like to thank all the Shinnick and Harris families for pretty much everyone came a long way. There's a lot of people from the southeast, but also from the northeast and out west, some of the Harrises. So I appreciate all of you coming. It's a beautiful weekend. We're kind of lucky to escape some of the rain. We got a bit in the showers and the pictures, but it worked out. Rain's a good thing on your wedding day. It's luck, isn't it? But it's rare to have a captive audience with a microphone, so I actually have a chance to talk about a man who's an all-star lacrosse player, captain of the team, and quick-witted and devilishly handsome. And women want him and men want to be him. But since this is Brian and Kathy's wedding, I'll stop talking about myself. But Brian was a good brother, as you can see. He's well-dressed, polished, professional gentleman now. Mom and Dad, I believe it wasn't always that way. Had some trials as a teenager. And it kind of made it easy on me, though, because it lowered the behavior expectations. So I became the good child without really having to do too much. Starting in middle school, we started to have some of the same teachers. They'd be reading the roll in class on the first day. Shane, you're not Brian's brother, are you? And I said, yeah, I am, but don't worry, it's okay. But one funny story is an example of his adventures. And we were actually in this one together, but I was younger, so it's his fault. One night, Mom and Dad were at a Christmas party. Brian's 15, I was 10 then. 11? Either way. Brian, he has a motorcycle license, so he was out riding the roads, and he decided that since it was his opportunity, the parents were out and there was still a car in the driveway, that we should go for a ride. Then we had fun.
Kathy did that too.
What a couple. So we had fun. We drove around town and did things teenagers would do in cars when no one was looking. And as we were dropping his friend off around the corner on the next street, we see a car go by. I was like, wow, it looks like Mom and Dad's car. But they're not going to be home for another hour and a half at least. We have plenty of time. And so we continue to pull into the driveway right behind Mom and Dad. And I'm sure they were curious where the car was. They were kind of confused looking around, and headlights right behind them into the driveway. And Brian is understandably nervous at this point. And Dad figures out what's going on and starts moving very quickly towards our car. So Brian very quickly jumps out of the driver's seat.
That's right.
And starts running. And Brian was running, his dad was chasing him in circles in the front yard. Mom came to talk to me, so I didn't get to see the exciting conclusion of the chase. But I'm sure it's a good one. But he learned from those experiences and some others that breaking the rules isn't necessarily as good as knowing the rules really well and knowing their weak spots. Which is kind of a specialty of his to this day. He likes to find the loopholes. And one time in college, we have a free newspaper called the Auburn Plainsman, which comes out on Thursdays. Circulation of about 10,000. And it's a free paper, so one night he and a bunch of his friends decided to get a pickup truck and go around all the buildings on campus collecting as many of these papers as they could. And they got several thousands and thousands of papers. And they did fun things like stack them up on their friends' doors and opened in and cut the bands so when they opened the newspapers go flying into their apartment when they come out to go to class. They put Lee's car up, well not on blocks, but on newspapers. Hit his tires. And they were eventually found out because it's pretty obvious when half the newspapers are missing from campus, they went somewhere. And they were known as the Plainsman Pranksters. And now, but they couldn't do anything because it was a free paper, so. And now there is a clause that the first one's free and the rest are 25 cents. thanks to the Plains and Pranksters. But it's, you know, then he moved on, he became a professional and went to Cleveland, and Brian, Kevin, and Colby lived in Cleveland. And they're world travelers, scuba diving, skiing, traveling for work, traveling for pleasure. And it turned out after a while that they weren't in their apartment enough, so they decided to move out and put their stuff in storage, and Brian was homeless. So he was homeless for a bit, and then his car blew up, and he sold that on Craigslist for $500, so he was out of home without a car. And then I hear about a girl, and I said, okay, you know, I've met her. And then I hear he's moving to Birmingham to be with this girl. I said, wow, you know, he's never dated anyone for more than 6 months, and now 6 months he's moving cities and actually settling down. What's going on here? But it was good. You know, I didn't meet her till after Brian had moved there. I think the Masters weekend for the golf fans. And once I saw them together, I knew immediately that it was real and genuine love, and it just really special relationship. And if you've been around these two, you know that they're very good communicators. They like to talk. They have a lot to talk about. Most of the time, I'll make a few words, so I listen. I'm a good listener, even though my wife may not think so at all times.
No.
But I listen. I saw the way they love each other, and it's just a genuine and caring for each other and caring for those around them. And it's just really beautiful to see how it's turned out. So, and just a couple words of advice from my extensive marriage. Just be a year next week. When Kathy's unhappy, you're unhappy. And if Kathy's unhappy, it's probably your fault. So to finish, I'd like to just invite you to really take in this weekend. These kind of opportunities with families and friends don't happen nearly often enough. And sometimes it's for sad reasons. But this is a joyous occasion. We're happy to be here. We love you and support you. And we're just so blessed to have Kathy in our lives, the Shinnick family. And congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Shinnick.